I am making pepperoni pizza queso. You heard me. It truly is the best of both worlds. I'm using flavors from both dishes in a big way. This is truly the perfect dish for game day, and my family happens to be hopelessly devoted to it. Now I'm gonna start by sauteing onions with 3 colors of bell pepper: green, red, and yellow. You can use whatever color you want. And then I'm gonna stir this around. Now these need to cook for about 5 minutes until they start to soften. So while that happens, I'm gonna prep the cheeses. I have 5 of them. First, I'll cube the processed cheese, 8 ounces, and then grate 4 ounces of cheddar, 4 ounces of mozzarella, the same amount of fontina, and it's just a matter of taking the lid off for 2 ounces of Parmesan. You know what I say, why have 1 cheese when you can have 5? That's pretty much my approach in life. Okay, the onions and peppers are nice and soft, so I've got a couple of more non-cheese things to add. I've got a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. I didn't drain it, it's juice and all. And a small can of diced green chilies, just to really drive home that queso flavor. Now I need to stir this around until it totally heats up before I add the cheeses. I would say game day food is probably the #1 category of food in my house. It's a favorite of Bryce and Todd's for obvious reasons. They are high school athletes. We're getting close to football season, and boy, are we excited. Okay, this is all hot. So I'm gonna add the first cheese, the most important cheese in my opinion when it comes to queso. It's this good old processed cheese, and you've just gotta have it to get that really creamy queso consistency. It's really unbelievable to me that Bryce is already in high school football. He's a junior. That means he only has 2 more years left of high school football. And by the time Bryce goes to college, Todd's just gonna have 2 years left. So the time is ticking away. Okay, the first cheese is just about melted. So now I can add the rest. The sharp cheddar and mozzarella and fontina. And then finally some grated Parmesan. And then I just need to stir until all the cheeses are melted. When you start out with melting the processed cheese, it just kind of sucks that other cheese in and melts it almost instantly. Oh, wow, this is looking fantastic. Now I can tell it needs just a little bit of thinning out. So I've got some room temperature milk on hand, and I'll just add about 1/4 cup or so, and I'll stir it until everything's melted and everything is hot and bubbly. Okay, almost there. It's looking great. So this would be a good time for me to add a couple more things. Some diced fresh tomato and some diced pepperoni. Here's where the pepperoni pizza comes in. Now for a little spice, I'm also adding some diced jalapeno. I scraped out the seeds and membrane so it wouldn't be overpowering in terms of spice. Wow, this is my kind of queso. I don't like queso that's kind of too plain, too much of the cheese. I like it to be really chunky, and look at this. Look at that texture. Ooh boy. I've also got some fresh oregano, and I'm just gonna take the easy road and tear off little pieces. Okay, stirred in the oregano, and I think that's just the perfect amount. So now it's about serving this up. You wanna make sure it is piping hot when you pour it into the bowl, because you want it to stay hot and not set up immediately. I got that pretty full. I want to garnish the top and make it pretty, so I'll add a few more diced tomatoes and then some more of the diced pepperoni, just so you know what this is. And to make things extra pretty and extra tasty, I'll tear some basil leaves over the top. Emphasis on over the top. Now, you can serve anything with the queso. You can do chunks of French bread. I'm just gonna throw all caution to the wind and serve it with nacho chips. No plain tortilla chips will do for this dip. It is a flavor explosion. All right, guys, pepperoni pizza queso. So delicious,